What's going on, guys? Labobai here, and this is the second video of my double upload tonight. And if you haven't seen the first one, I recommend you go stop watching this video now and go check that out. Because if you don't watch this video first, some of the stuff I may say may kind of throw you off guard or whatever. But just watch the first one to get on terms, so we can be on the same page for, you know, true skate in general. Alright, let's get into it. So, I'm Rex. I'm gonna be your true skate instructor, and I've been playing true skate probably probably 2 years now. Yeah, probably. Nah, I don't know about that. Maybe it's probably close to my 2-year anniversary of being a hardcore true skater, and yeah, I've just been killing it since day one, you know. So, but today I'm gonna be addressing Clayton mainly. You know, Lil C, you know how it is. Go check him out. Link in the description to his channel. But let's be honest, I'm probably not gonna put the link in there because I'm lazy. Anyways, let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks right away. So, first I'm just gonna show you some of the instruction. I mean, just the basics, you know, just the basics of true skate. So, one sec, let me just set a marker right here. So, this right here, this little spot right here, this is like your sanctuary. This little like corner of this map right here. This is where all the memories are. And I remember my first time playing true skate, I couldn't even ollie. I couldn't do that. And if I could get the ollie off the ground, it'd be like that. That wasn't an ollie. It was like that. It was pretty bad. So I'm just gonna try and teach you to my best ability how I think true skate should be played, and show you how to do some tricks as well. So first off, I mean, this is a simple one, but let's just address the ollie just super quickly. Swipe down the tail. Make sure you start down low, because sometimes I found myself starting up here and going like that, and like it looks kind of weird. Or you just go like that and just off target. You want to kind of go from like, you can't really see it because of my grip tape, but where like the bolts are, you know, just ollie up. And if you want to get higher, you can like, I don't know if that actually works in non-realistic mode, but you can like swipe up or whatever. And a lot of things I see when people ollie, they just like ollie and then like fall back to the ground, kind of weird like that. When you ollie, you just want to catch it right away. You want to tap in like not even I'd say like a little bit higher up on the board. You can even like swipe it a little bit if you want, just to level it out, so you can let like, because if you just ollie like that, what I did when I was more of a beginner, I would like grab it down here and land like that, which, you know, it isn't ideal. Alright, that's all I'm going to say for the ollie right away. Kickflip, simple enough. Heel flip, simple enough. I play on Goofy because I just find it more natural to do some tricks. Anyways, this is pretty much the simple stuff, but one thing I will say is that a lot of people when they're beginning, they'll pop shove it like this. Or they'll go like that. They'll like ollie and then they'll like flick it to the side, which as you can see doesn't work very well. Yeah, it's super slow. But what I realized long afterwards was when you pop shove it, you want to go like you're about to do an ollie, swipe diagonal, and you can just get around super quick and even. No issue, simple stuff. And adding on to that, the 360 pop shove it was like impossible to do it this way. It was like actually impossible. If you do it this way, it's a lot easier. Or another way that I like to do it, I don't know how much it helps, I just feel like helping. Grab like the center of your grip tape and then kind of do like a little, trying to like circle around. It seems to go like way faster to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I do that. Another thing to get out of the way right away is nollies. These were like impossible when I started, and I still aren't even that good at them because I don't even like do them that much. But nollies at the beginning, I would like send them to the moon. I was like, you can't even like do it because like did it, and it's like really hard to do like a perfect nollie without. Yeah, but it looked like that. It was like straight up, and then like I'd catch it, which is not very practical or cool looking whatsoever. So what I kind of do, I kind of do my thumb. It's really like touchy. You have to get like as straight as possible. So it's hard to get like a high looking nollie. They usually tend to turn like a pop shove it, which another thing is like the nollie pop shove. It's like the easiest thing. Well, if you're on Goofy, it's a front side pop, but it's like the easiest thing of all time to do. You just swipe like that. Another super simple beginner trick that kind of poses a challenge to beginners when they're trying to do tricks is varial kickflips, which is that if you don't know. And if you want to switch to Goofy, I would highly recommend switching to Goofy because it just makes it way more natural, and I don't know, this just helps a lot more. But this is like a trick that's very simple for beginners but can still pose a challenge, so it's a good like first trick to learn when you're starting out. And it looks cool, I guess. Anyways, when you're doing this, what I kind of figured out is that you ollie, and when you do that, kind of the same spot where you start your ollie, you want like, I used to flick it to the side and more straight, I found. But if you go signal, you can kind of get more of a kickflip aspect out of it and less of a pop shove it aspect. So I felt like I don't know, it didn't flip it around fast enough like it does when you go like that. It just seems like to go a lot faster. You can tell I've put like a lot of time into this game because I've like figured out like all like the mechanics, how to do stuff. But yeah, there's that. And pretty much right away after I learned that, what I was really trying to find out to do was nightmare flips, which is, well, first of all, varial kickflip is a kickflip with a pop shove it put together. Obviously, this is a kickflip. It's a pop shove it. Throw them together in one varial kickflip. And a nightmare flip is a varial double kickflip, which I don't really do nightmare flips anymore, so there we go. Not very good at them. But back in the day, I was like the master at them. Jeez, I keep doing 360 flips for some reason. There we go. Anyways, they still can be pretty challenging. They're like almost impossible on Goofy. I mean, without being on Goofy. And now, what I said about the varial kickflip was kind of like going up diagonal like that. You kind of got to throw it out the window when you do nightmare flips, because if you do that, it's going to turn into a 360 double flip, which is... that was a 360 triple flip. But you'll get that. You don't want a 360 double flip. You just want... see, right there, almost went over. You just want a clean nightmare flip. And another very important mechanic to learn right off the bat is that if you're ever rotating a flip, like let's say you do a 360 flip for some reason in this game, whenever you're doing like a 360 flip or like a laser flip or a 360 anything, it can be like really hard to bring all the way around and end up facing the way you started without letting it go into double flips. So what I found out is that when you, okay, so I'll do a trick. So say I don't rotate enough, and then you can, when you catch the board, flip it around. So like you go like that and you want like another one, or if let's say you want to rotate more, like you're doing a 360 pop shove, you need to rotate more, grab it and just whip it around. So you can do, which you pretty much have to do when you're doing 360 flips. And I mean, once you get good, I mean, kind of do, but when you're beginning, really, you have to really emphasize the drag. I don't really have to do it that much. Yeah, like right there, I really had to do it. There again, I had to do it. But yeah, that's just simple stuff, but we'll get into that later about how that kind of stuff works. But the last beginner trick I'm going to be covering is the hard flip, which is another one that is insanely easy, and I kind of challenged myself to do when I was a beginner. And when I first started doing hard flips, I realized I thought it was I pulled back straight down, and you know, you can still get a hard flip out of it, but not very practical. A lot of times it turned into a pop shove it, or it just went back into like an impossible. You don't want that. You want a nice, clean looking hard flip. And if you don't already know, a hard flip is a frontside pop shove it mixed with a kick flip, which is the opposite of a varial kick flip. And what I found after doing it was, you're gonna wanna, when you go, you wanna ollie and kind of, and where you would flick it up for the varial kick flip, you do the opposite as you would. Instead of flicking upwards kind of diagonal, you flip downwards diagonal. And you'll get a nice quick rotation, and you can catch it super easily. And they just look really cool, and you can put them into grinds, which is really cool. Hard flip 5-0s look really sick. Like, here, let's see if I can do one right here. Yeah, right there. Hard flip 5-0, and they're like insanely easy to do. And in the next video, I'll get into grinding, which is probably the most fun in the game. But before I end off with this episode, I want to cover the inward heel flip, which is basically the opposite of a hard flip, and you're doing it on the inside. And yet again, when you're doing a varial heel flip, which I really struggle at because I never do them, but okay, when I'm doing varial heel flips, they always turn into laser flips. I don't know why, or they just don't go all the way around. I should probably practice them more, but I can never do them. Anyways, when you were doing the inward heel flip, yet again, opposite of that, swipe down, inward heel flip, favorite trick in the game, easily. These look really sick if you could put them into nose slides or tail slides, but they're like impossible. They just look sick going into any grind, really. Yeah. But that's all I'm really going to talk about in this video, because I don't want to waste your time anymore. But yeah, it's been LeBoba, guys. See ya.